the US Navy-Houthi confrontation reached a new intensity as Houthi forces launched a massive assault, deploying 8 drones, 5 anti-ship ballistic missiles, and 3 cruise missiles against the USS Spruance and USS Stockdale. During this significant escalation, the attack marked the second time these US destroyers faced Houthi fire since late September. Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war in October 2023, Houthi forces have targeted more than 90 merchant vessels with missiles and drones, creating a critical situation in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. This strategic waterway, facilitating approximately $1 trillion in annual trade, has become increasingly dangerous as the Houthis claim to have sunk 2 vessels and seized another. The situation has grown more complex, with reports from United Nations experts suggesting that Houthi forces may be demanding nearly $180 million monthly from shipping companies for safe passage through these contested waters. In this video, we'll break down the details of this intense confrontation, explore how the US Navy responded, and uncover the broader implications for global trade and security in the region. In a significant escalation of Red Sea tensions, Houthi forces initiated an unprecedented 9-hour assault against US naval vessels. The confrontation began on October 19, 2023, when Houthi militants launched a sustained barrage of weapons toward US warships. Initially, the USS Carney encountered a larger assault than previously reported, facing 4 cruise missiles and 15 drones over 9 hours. The attack demonstrated sophisticated coordination, as Houthi forces deployed multiple weapon systems simultaneously, specifically targeting US naval assets in international waters. The USS Carney executed a series of precise defensive operations, successfully intercepting all incoming threats. The destroyer's advanced combat systems proved crucial in neutralizing multiple waves of attacks. Furthermore, the ship's Combat Information Center operated under extreme pressure, with operators having mere seconds to identify and counter incoming threats. The assault unfolded in a carefully orchestrated sequence, highlighting a complex and deliberate attack pattern. In the initial phase, 3 cruise missiles were launched, followed by the deployment of 8 attack drones mid-operation. The final stage saw an additional 7 drones entering the fray, marking a significant escalation. The US Navy's defensive systems faced a formidable test, as Houthi forces unleashed a diverse array of advanced weaponry. Among these were anti-ship ballistic missiles capable of traveling at speeds of Mach 5, approximately 3,000 miles per hour, Iranian-designed Samad attack drones with an impressive range of up to 100 miles, and multiple cruise missiles launched in carefully coordinated waves. The naval engagement marked the first instance in history where anti-ship ballistic missiles were used against commercial shipping. Consequently, this confrontation established a new precedent in modern naval warfare, compelling the US Navy to adapt its defensive strategies. The surface fleet has consequently refined its tactics and adjusted radar systems specifically for such encounters. The USS Carney's successful defense against this sustained attack validated the US Navy's readiness and technological superiority. Specifically, the warship's ability to maintain defensive operations over the extended 9-hour period demonstrated significant endurance and tactical proficiency. The engagement ultimately resulted in no damage to US naval assets or personnel. Recent intelligence reports reveal an extensive expansion of the Houthi military arsenal, particularly in advanced missile systems and unmanned aerial vehicles. The Defense Intelligence Agency confirms that Houthi forces have acquired sophisticated Iranian-origin missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles for deployment against military and civilian targets. The Houthis' claimed hypersonic missile capabilities have attracted significant attention from military analysts. According to reports, these missiles allegedly achieve speeds of up to Mach 8. Nonetheless, experts remain skeptical about the authenticity of these claims. Rather than true hypersonic technology, analysts suggest the missiles are more likely supersonic variants. The Houthi forces have developed a sophisticated and highly capable drone program, with their production infrastructure reportedly operational since 2018. This program has enabled them to field an array of advanced drones tailored to various tactical and strategic objectives. Among their most notable assets are combat drones boasting impressive ranges of up to 2,500 kilometers, allowing for deep strike capabilities against distant targets. Equally significant are their suicide drones, designed to carry payloads as heavy as 50 kilograms. These drones serve as precision-guided weapons, capable of inflicting considerable damage on high-value targets. In addition, the Houthis have deployed versatile multi-use drones optimized for frontline operations, with operational ranges typically spanning between 10 and 30 kilometers. These drones are likely employed for reconnaissance, targeting, and short-range offensive missions, underscoring the program's adaptability and effectiveness in various combat scenarios. This robust drone arsenal reflects a deliberate effort to enhance their asymmetric warfare capabilities, posing a significant challenge to both regional and international actors operating in contested areas. The Houthis have developed a formidable arsenal of anti-ship missile systems, featuring a diverse array of both cruise and ballistic missile technologies. Among their capabilities is the ASIF anti-ship ballistic missile, often abbreviated as ASBM, which has a range of 400 kilometers and is equipped with a payload capacity of 500 kilograms. Complementing this is the Tankil missile, boasting an extended range of 500 kilometers and a payload exceeding 300 kilograms, providing a significant reach for targeting maritime assets. In addition to ballistic systems, the Houthis also deploy advanced cruise missile technology, including the Ghadir anti-ship cruise missile, often abbreviated as ASCM. This missile offers a range of 300 kilometers and carries a 200-kilogram payload designed to strike with precision against naval targets. The group has accordingly developed multiple launch strategies, as evidenced by their recent deployment of 6 anti-ship ballistic missiles toward the southern Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Moreover, Iranian assistance has been instrumental in upgrading their anti-ship missile capability. The Defense Intelligence Agency particularly notes that Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, Corps Quds Force, has provided the Houthis with increasingly sophisticated weapons and training. The arsenal's effectiveness was demonstrated in recent operations, where multiple anti-ship ballistic missiles were launched at commercial vessels. In one instance, 3 missiles targeted the Marshall Island-flagged bulk carrier MV Star, Nasir, resulting in minor damage. This incident underscores the growing threat posed by the Houthis' expanding military capabilities to maritime security in the region. Naval defense systems have demonstrated remarkable effectiveness in countering Houthi attacks, with US warships successfully intercepting multiple threats in the Red Sea region. The USS Stockdale and USS O'Kane effectively neutralized 3 anti-ship ballistic missiles, 3 attack drones, and 1 anti-ship cruise missile in a single engagement. The Aegis combat system represents a pinnacle of US naval defense technology, showcasing its ability to handle complex, multi-domain threats with remarkable precision. In recent operational tests, the system demonstrated its effectiveness by intercepting 2 short-range ballistic missiles while concurrently neutralizing multiple anti-ship cruise missile drone targets. Its adaptability was further highlighted as it successfully engaged threats traveling at speeds of approximately Mach 5, underscoring its capacity to address high-velocity attacks. Key components of the Aegis system include the Standard Missile 3, SM-3, which is specifically designed for ballistic missile defense and capable of engaging multiple targets simultaneously. The SM-2 Block 3A, tailored for anti-air warfare, has been shown to reliably launch up to 4 interceptors per engagement, ensuring robust aerial coverage. Integrated with these capabilities, the Aegis combat system excels in providing comprehensive air defense, enabling it to manage concurrent threats and maintain strategic dominance in contested environments. The Navy has integrated advanced electronic warfare measures to enhance its defensive capabilities, providing a crucial complement to traditional kinetic systems. These measures include cutting-edge radar tuning protocols designed to improve the detection and tracking of potential threats with greater precision. Additionally, destroyers have been equipped with electronic warfare upgrades that enable soft kill options, allowing them to disrupt or neutralize incoming threats without physical destruction. To counter aerial dangers, the Navy has also deployed integrated defensive air drones alongside state-of-the-art counter-drone systems, ensuring robust protection against a wide array of airborne threats. These electronic warfare enhancements reflect a strategic emphasis on adaptability and layered defense in modern naval operations. The Navy's tactical response involves a multi-layered approach to threat management. Indeed, ships in the Combat Information Center operate under extreme pressure, with commanders having merely 9 to 15 seconds to make critical intercept decisions. Therefore, the Navy has developed comprehensive protocols for coordinated responses. Meanwhile, the surface fleet continues to refine its tactics based on operational experiences. Although the Navy has fired more than 100 standard surface-to-air missiles, each costing approximately $4 million, efforts are underway to implement more cost-effective defensive measures. Undoubtedly, this has led to the development of new concepts that incorporate electronic warfare and directed energy systems. The effectiveness of these defense systems was likewise demonstrated during Operation Prosperity Guardian, where US forces successfully protected commercial shipping through coordinated defense-in-depth strategies. The Navy's Information Warfare Organization has furthermore enhanced its tactical procedures through the Naval Information Warfighting Development Center, ensuring rapid adaptation to emerging threats. The strategic importance of Red Sea operations has escalated as Houthi forces demonstrate their ability to disrupt one of the world's most vital maritime corridors. The waterway's significance extends far beyond regional conflicts, affecting global commerce and security. The Red Sea stands as one of the world's most critical maritime choke points, facilitating a substantial share of global trade. Approximately 30% of international container traffic and 12% of the world's seaborne oil pass through this essential corridor, highlighting its significance to global commerce. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a vital gateway within this region, narrows to just 20 miles at its tightest point, underscoring its strategic importance. Additionally, around 8% of global liquefied natural gas shipments transit this area, further emphasizing its role in sustaining international energy supply chains. The disruption of maritime traffic has triggered substantial economic consequences. First, major shipping corporations have opted to reroute vessels around Africa's Cape of Good Hope, adding 3,000 nautical miles and 10 days to voyages. As a result, insurance premiums for ships traversing the Red Sea have increased nearly tenfold. The economic impact of the situation is substantial, with additional fuel expenses for vessels reaching as high as $1 million per round trip. Shipping rates between Asia and Europe have seen a dramatic increase, effectively doubling due to heightened risks and rerouted journeys. Furthermore, delays now disrupt nearly 40% of Asia-Europe trade, which typically relies on the region for its transit, exacerbating logistical challenges and increasing costs across global supply chains. The effectiveness of military deterrence operations has faced significant challenges. The US, led Operation Prosperity Guardian, despite including 20 countries, has encountered difficulties in establishing comprehensive deterrence. However, the operation continues its mission to protect commercial vessels and maintain freedom of navigation in these strategic waters. The situation has created a new phenomenon in geo-economic conflict, as the Houthis have effectively combined inexpensive weaponry with control over strategic coastal territory. This asymmetric approach has proven particularly challenging for conventional naval forces to counter, especially given the vast area requiring protection. The strategic implications extend beyond immediate military concerns. The Red Sea crisis has highlighted vulnerabilities in key maritime routes that could have severe global consequences if exploited further. In addition, the situation has exposed the limitations of naval power in preventing land-based attacks aimed at sea denial, even when conducted by relatively weak powers utilizing unmanned systems. The complexity of maintaining security in this region is further complicated by the interconnected nature of global shipping. The disruption occurs at a time when European economies have increased their reliance on shipborne oil and natural gas from the Middle East. This dependency underscores the strategic significance of maintaining stable maritime routes through the Red Sea, particularly given its role in facilitating energy supplies to Western markets. In response to escalating tensions in the Red Sea, US Central Command forces launched decisive military operations against Houthi targets. The Pentagon reported multiple precision strikes targeting 60 locations across 16 different sites in Yemen. In response to the escalating threat, the US Navy promptly launched a decisive tactical operation, deploying significant firepower against key Houthi assets. The strikes targeted critical infrastructure, including missile storage facilities, weapons production centers, coastal radar installations, and command and control nodes. This swift action demonstrated the effectiveness of US forces, successfully neutralizing 7 cruise missiles and multiple attack UAVs over the Red Sea, significantly reducing the immediate threat to maritime operations in the region. The Department of Defense launched Operation Prosperity Guardian, a collaborative effort involving 22 nations aimed at tackling security challenges in the region. Once the operation was established, it quickly showcased its effectiveness by coordinating joint responses to Houthi provocations. The operation's strategic focus included ensuring freedom of navigation through the creation of a maritime task force dedicated to securing critical sea routes, as well as assembling combined forces to strengthen regional security. Additionally, Task Force 153 was deployed to protect the Red Sea, playing a pivotal role in safeguarding vital trade corridors and maintaining stability in the region. Generally, US forces have conducted over 230 strikes on Houthi-controlled Yemen through both deliberate and self-defense operations. These operations, besides degrading Houthi capabilities, have effectively destroyed hundreds of weapons systems. The multinational coalition quickly mobilized, with operational support from a diverse group of allies. Leading the charge were the United States and the United Kingdom, which provided primary strike forces to address the immediate threats. Supporting nations, including Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands, played crucial roles in enhancing the overall coordination and effectiveness of the response. Lastly, the coalition's coordinated efforts extended beyond military strikes. The US Navy, working alongside coalition partners, successfully interdicted Iranian vessels carrying lethal aid to Yemen. The Department of Defense maintained clear communication with Iran, emphasizing accountability for attacks by its proxies and partners. The military response demonstrated remarkable precision, with US Navy ships and aircraft targeting specific Houthi facilities used in operations against naval vessels. These coordinated actions reflected CENTCOM's commitment to protecting US personnel, regional partners, and international shipping, maintaining a steadfast presence in one of the world's most critical waterways. Maritime commerce faces unprecedented challenges as Houthi attacks force significant alterations in global shipping patterns. Container shipments through the Red Sea have plummeted by 75%, creating ripple effects across international trade networks. The disruptions to shipping routes have been significant, with the International Monetary Fund reporting a 63% decline in Suez Canal passages compared to the previous year. This shift has forced major shipping companies to implement extensive route diversions. As a result, approximately 80% of container ship traffic now reroutes around the Cape of Good Hope, leading to major complications in global supply chains. These operational changes have had several key impacts, including extended voyage durations, which now range from 10 to 14 additional days, and increased fuel costs, with some journeys seeing an additional $1 million in expenses. Furthermore, global container shipping capacity has been reduced by 9%, creating a ripple effect across industries reliant on timely deliveries. The insurance landscape has also seen dramatic changes. War risk insurance premiums have surged, and the overall cost of insurance has risen substantially. Basic premiums have jumped from 0.7% to between 7% and 0%, while war risk coverage has gone from $30,000 to $100,000 per vessel. Smaller insurers are beginning to withdraw entirely from providing coverage in the Red Sea, further intensifying market pressures. As a result, vessels deemed as high-risk targets now face considerable difficulty in securing adequate insurance. The disruption has necessitated substantial modifications to global supply networks. Several Europe-based automotive plants have temporarily halted production due to delays in receiving components from Asia. Analogous to previous supply chain crises, companies are implementing various adaptations. The economic consequences have been widespread, impacting various sectors. Container shipping rates from China to the US West Coast have surged by 140%, reflecting the growing strain on global shipping networks. At the same time, Suez Canal revenues have dropped by 40%, highlighting the financial toll of the disruptions. Additionally, the European Union has seen a 3% reduction in port calls, further illustrating the ripple effects of the ongoing challenges in global trade. The Federal Maritime Commission has responded by allowing carriers to publish new tariffs with shorter notice periods. Furthermore, analysts at DBRS note the marine insurance market's adaptability in managing continued disruption, though challenges persist in maintaining efficient trade flows. The situation has created particular pressure on Europe-based international retailers, affecting their profitability through increased shipping expenses. Additionally, the Panama Canal's ongoing drought compounds these challenges, creating simultaneous disruptions at two critical global shipping choke points. The complex web of regional alliances shapes the ongoing maritime confrontation between US naval forces and Houthi militants. Presently, the situation reflects broader power dynamics involving multiple regional actors and their strategic interests. The relationship between the Iranian regime and Houthi forces has deepened over time, marked by significant military and strategic support. Intelligence sources confirm that Iran has supplied the Houthis with essential components for drones, missile warheads, and anti-tank missile units, enhancing their combat capabilities. This support spans multiple areas: military aid in the form of weapons and training, technical assistance with radar systems and missiles, and strategic guidance through intelligence sharing. Despite Iran's public denials, the US Defense Intelligence Agency reports that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Quds Force has played a critical role in bolstering Houthi military capabilities. This partnership has enabled the Houthis to project power into the Red Sea and the Bab al-Mandab Strait, significantly influencing the region's security dynamics. Saudi Arabia has adopted a notably cautious stance toward the current crisis, pursuing a diplomatic approach rather than direct military engagement. The kingdom has requested US restraint in responding to Houthi attacks, maintained open communication channels with Iran through China-brokered agreements, and avoided joining the US-led Maritime coalition. The Saudi position reflects a strategic calculation based on past experiences. The kingdom has learned valuable lessons from previous military engagements with the rebels. Similarly, Riyadh's decision to maintain dialogue with Iran demonstrates its pragmatic approach to regional security. The regional power dynamics have experienced a notable shift, driven by significant diplomatic realignments. One of the most impactful changes came in the spring of 2023, with a China-brokered agreement between Iran and Saudi Arabia, signaling a new chapter in Middle Eastern relations. This diplomatic breakthrough has set the stage for several critical developments in the region, including the formation of the Saudi-led Red Sea Council, the strengthening of naval cooperation with Egypt, and the ongoing modernization of the Royal Saudi Naval Forces. The kingdom's Vision 2030 projects have become increasingly dependent on Red Sea stability. For instance, the Yanbu terminal has gained strategic importance, adding 3 million barrels per day to Saudi export capacity from its western coast. The evolving situation has created new strategic considerations for regional powers. Saudi Arabia, in particular, faces potential challenges regarding its border security. The kingdom's careful positioning reflects its assessment that maintaining communication channels with both Iran and the Houthis provides better security guarantees than joining military coalitions. These developments occur against the backdrop of broader regional security arrangements. The Red Sea Alliance, originally conceived as a counterweight to regional rivals, now operates within a more complex framework of competing interests. The situation has prompted a re-evaluation of traditional alliances, with countries increasingly pursuing multilateral approaches to maritime security. First of all, Operation Prosperity Guardian emerges as a cornerstone of international maritime security efforts in the Red Sea region. The US-led coalition has facilitated the safe passage of approximately 1,500 merchant ships through contested waters. The multinational naval task force exemplifies an unprecedented level of cooperation in addressing maritime security challenges. The coalition's structure reflects a wide-ranging international commitment, with primary forces from the United States, United Kingdom, and France, while Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands provide crucial support. Additional contributions come from Denmark, Germany, Italy, and Japan, further strengthening the coalition's capabilities. The operation's success is demonstrated by the defensive achievements of US forces, which have intercepted 19 drones and missiles and neutralized 3 small boats launched by Houthi forces. Operating under the leadership of the Combined Maritime Forces, Task Force 153 has been specifically tasked with securing the Red Sea, showcasing the coalition's effectiveness in safeguarding key maritime routes and enhancing regional security. The protection of commercial vessels has advanced significantly, with shipping companies now benefiting from a range of critical support measures. These include real-time threat assessments provided by the Joint Maritime Information Center, which offers timely and accurate intelligence. Additionally, coordinated escort operations are carried out through high-risk areas, ensuring that vessels receive added protection. Enhanced surveillance and early warning systems further bolster these efforts, allowing for quicker responses to potential threats and improving overall security for commercial shipping. To demonstrate the scale of protection required, maritime security forces now safeguard vessels connected to 55 nations, whether through flagging state relationships, cargo origins, or crew nationalities. In the same fashion, the European Union has launched Operation Aspides, deploying naval assets and air defense platforms to complement existing security measures. Maritime organizations have implemented comprehensive security protocols to address evolving threats. The International Maritime Organization, in collaboration with regional stakeholders, has established tailored action plans focusing on port facility security assessments, maritime domain awareness enhancement, legal framework development, and multi-agency collaboration. To clarify, these protocols extend beyond immediate security concerns. The Regional Program for Maritime Security in the Red Sea area coordinates actions between multiple international organizations, including Interpol and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. The Maritime Security Framework incorporates sophisticated threat response mechanisms. Security personnel must now contend with various threat vectors, such as anti-ship cruise missiles with sophisticated terminal guidance systems, waterborne improvised explosive devices, and uncrewed aerial vehicles with enhanced targeting capabilities. In light of these challenges, the international community has intensified its commitment to maritime security. The Combined Maritime Forces, comprising 39 member nations, maintains a persistent presence in critical waterways. This multinational effort has proven vital in maintaining freedom of navigation, with coalition forces successfully protecting commercial vessels against numerous attempted attacks. The effectiveness of these security measures is reflected in operational statistics. Under Operation Prosperity Guardian's umbrella, approximately 90% of commercial vessels have successfully rerouted or received protection while transiting through high-risk areas. In addition, the implementation of enhanced security protocols has resulted in significant improvements in threat detection and response capabilities. The Houthi US naval confrontation signals a major shift in maritime warfare, showcasing advanced missile systems, drones, and coordinated attacks as emerging threats. The US Navy's successful defense highlights technological superiority, but also the need for adaptation in future maritime security. The disruptions in the Red Sea are already affecting global trade, pushing shipping companies to find new routes, with significant economic repercussions. Operation Prosperity Guardian exemplifies international cooperation, protecting over 1,500 merchant vessels through coordinated multinational efforts. As regional power dynamics evolve, particularly with Iran's support for the Houthis and Saudi Arabia's diplomatic stance, this conflict underscores the growing influence of smaller forces on global maritime commerce. How do you think these evolving threats will shape the future of global shipping? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on global security.